These soaps saved my career. No fake internet guru bull. Here's how I helped build a $1 billion soap empire. Our first partner, Star Wars. Cue the music, the one that started the empire. I had no licensing experience and started this program from scratch. This whole business model came about during COVID, where I wasn't sure if the company would survive and if I would lose my job. But in a proactive, back against the wall state, I pitched my boss on actually flipping the Supreme model for soaps. See, Supreme was the master at hype and limited drops, a pinnacle at one point where they had lines down the block for every drop. I thought if we can marry this approach with our soaps, we could actually create these micro moments of hype through these limited drops and really cultivate a similar growth engine. Given I'm a nerd myself, the most obvious spot felt like to start in this world. If you've ever been to a convention, you see how crazy fans go. They dress up, they collect all types of items and apparel that are at these places. They go crazy. This was my unlock that could save me. The matrimony of my nerdiness, the Supreme model, and the Dr. Squatch business. All coming together for what I envision as not just another throwaway product that would either collect dust on a shelf or get thrown away, but something fans could actually use. Giving our partners prime real estate in the shower and a product experience that really taps into your senses, not only through the scents that we put in the soap, but the feeling of the soaps on your skin. This passion translated as an easy yes from my boss to go after this model. In which fan base had this cult-like obsession with anything related? Star Wars. Turns out we had a connection to their licensing team through another brand in our network, and Disney was down for the pitch, so it was go time. My boss at the time had never seen Star Wars, which is insane, but that actually allowed me to have the creative freedom to approach this launch how I wanted to and really tap into my fandom to actually create a really unique product experience for Disney. For this concept, really leveraging the same choice that all these characters face in the movie. Which side do you go down, the light or the dark? And actually channeling that to the shower experience. We wanted to have the Jedi soaps have their own unique features and the Siths to have their own unique features as well. And so depending on that mood you were in for the day, you would actually get a different shower experience depending on the path you wanted to choose. From there, we were able to do the pitch with Disney. And through my product positioning, storytelling, and really just authentic nerdy connective tissue that I baked into this concept, they were down and actually gave us the deal on the spot. I couldn't believe it. A nerdy kid who grew up with these characters in these movies actually just landed his first deal with that same franchise. Unreal. But then came the negotiations. We had to negotiate the royalty rate, which is a percentage that you pay them for every product sold, and then the minimum guarantee, which is just a flat rate that you pay them regardless of how the launch performs. This is a key part of licensing, with making sure your profit margin still makes sense with these added costs now baked in. However, Disney was favorable to us in the deal. We had a cult-like following online, and we were also a new product category for them with men's natural soap. Once the deal was locked, it was time for the fun part. What characters do we use? What do the scents smell like for each character? What is the packaging gonna look like? All really fun ideation as a fan of the franchise myself and just coming up with these different approaches. But there's always red tape working with brands like this. You really have to weave in your storytelling around their guardrails to come up with something really impactful. Ultimately, we landed on a classic lineup with some of my fan favorites: Yoda, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader. Working with the product scientists, we were able to really dial in a unique concept for the vision that I had. The light side would be a lot more fresh in scent and actually smoother on your skin. The dark side would be a lot more musky and a lot grittier on your skin. To dial up the storytelling, each character's featured ingredient had connective tissue back to them. With Darth Vader, you have sand. This is an inside joke because Anakin famously hated sand, and I'm still shocked that Disney let us get away with this. Darth Maul was dragon fruit. We all thought his head looked like a dragon fruit, and it was a fun play on the visual aspect. Obi-Wan was bentonite clay. Ben was his alias name, so this felt right. Yoda's was lotus leaf. We felt like it matched the vibe of Yoda's zenness. For packaging, I really wanted something that would display well on shelves, so we created this custom box that would actually house all the soaps. From there, we worked with the creative agency to bring this launch to life through our video assets and actually create stuff that we felt like would catch the internet by storm and really resonate with fans. This is where it was incredibly tricky to weave around Disney's red tape. We quickly learned that we couldn't use any music, any clips, or any sound bites from the movies. These would all cost a ton of money, even though we had an official partnership with them. However, we were able to work around this and really create some memorable moments for fans. From using bathrobes that look like Jedi robes to actually adapting a lot of our script copy to play on different lines in the movie and adapt it for shower and bath humor.
You were my brother, Mike.
Even playing into the visualization of choosing your path through your shower journey. This truly was our best foot forward from an authenticity standpoint and really one for the books. So how did it perform? This launch killed it. We ended up being known online as the Star Wars soap company momentarily, just given how much visibility this launch garnered. This launch set the bar high for the limited edition launches and proved quickly that this strategy actually had real legs. Looking back on this launch, the only real downside we had was actually the boxes. We ended up having to create custom shipping boxes to accommodate these really elongated boxes, and that just drove up the cost and made shipping a pain in the ass. So with this success, it truly paved the way for all of our future launches and really showed that we could turn soap into a collectible that fans would go nuts over. If you're interested in learning more about these launches, I'll be doing a series on all these partnerships. really giving you practical advice, the strategy, what worked and what didn't. I'm on a mission to make sure all the hard work from my career doesn't go unrecognized, and that any of these tips and these lessons I learned can be shared on to folks like you. So follow along for more tips and insights. Huge thank you to the Disney team that took a bet on us, and a huge thank you to all my Dr. Squatch coworkers that really helped bring this to life.